What's up, everybody? Spabrog here, and I'm here to give you the H-Hour Weekly Community Update number 17. This week, we did not get a patch. SOF Studios has decided to give a patch every 2 weeks as opposed to every week. And it's a little bit better. I approve, in my opinion. You know, I was so used to getting the patches every week, which is great, but we started noticing that the more content that was coming out, the more trouble they had pushing the patches, and they were really buggy for the most part. But I'm super grateful. The content that's come out in the last 3-4 months is amazing, and of course there's more to come, especially with the workshop, which I'm gonna get into in a little bit. So this week we only have a weekly quick look, and I think on Friday the 15th we will get a patch. And so what is the patch gonna be about? Well, we'll talk about it right here. So their weekly quick look from January 11th, there's two things that they're mainly focused on. So they're working on weapon damage degrading over distance. So they're touching on weapon mechanics again. So the gun mechanics are actually going to be, we don't know, fixed yet, hopefully. But that's definitely something we've all wanted. The weapon damage is pretty high at the moment. It feels like SOCOM 1. People drop pretty quick. And getting shot from a distance from one bullet does like a quarter of your life. And even though it's hard to put off those shots with the majority of the guns except for one, which I'll get into in a second, for the most part this is pretty good. I hope it's a noticeable damage degrade over distance. Next off, they're doing some more assets to factory, so they haven't forgot about the rain element in factory, which is something they wanted to put in initially. And they're still working on trying to incorporate those particles. I know they got a little bit of practice of doing weather stuff with the snow map on Sysmus, and the frame rate runs awesome. So if we could get that in factory, well, not snow, obviously rain, but if we could get that working, it'll be sick. Also, you're gonna see some more mannequins and stuff like that, right? So there's more props, and there's a picture here in the quick look. There's a mannequin, and there's a spotlight on them, and there's one on the computer. I don't even know what room this is. I want to say this is I think I know what it is. That's so weird. Okay, whatever. Whatever the case is. So continuing on, they said they were working on the Armory 2, which is Armory inside the game, so you could fix your Armory stuff while in the lobby, instead of having to go to options and all that stuff. So they said they don't think it's gonna debut this Friday because it needs a good solid 5 to 7 full days of testing. And like they said in the past, once we put an update for test, it takes time away from the devs because we're fixing what the testers are finding wrong with the most recent update. So 2 weeks makes sense, and it's less pressure on them. And hopefully, as long as it gets, they get it right the first time, in the long run, less time is gonna be spent fixing them. So congrats to see that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. But if you guys are wondering about the community stuff, the workshop, the dev team has been working with everybody. There's Sub Rosa map up. I saw a Desert Raid map. I don't even know what that means. I saw Desert Raid Alpha in the lobby. So it's pretty cool. If you log on, you might see some lobbies that are, obviously we can't access them because they're a different build. But the fact that people are actually playing them, and oh my god, the community's work on the majority of this stuff is insane. I've seen the most beautiful pictures of Desert Glory. There's one that Vice President has that looks good, but there's even a better one from this guy Bolsifus in the forums. Lord Jesus Christ, that map looks unreal. It looks like you're looking at real life, a real life Desert Glory. Granted, it's only one piece of the map, but the detail on it is insane. Also, Vice President's Desert Glory is really good. If you look on the Reddit, I posted 2 things so far. I'll try to update it more with maps and stuff. I know people are making new maps. I know Mojo, shout outs to Mojo Gaming, he's making a map called Haze. I saw another one, oh, what was it called? So many maps, man. But if you go on the fan and multimedia fan art and multimedia section of the forums on sofstudios.com, you will see all these maps. You'll actually see a master thread, and I think I actually posted a master thread on Reddit, so you could actually go there too, on reddit.com/r/hhour. So very cool to see. The Sub Rosa map is completely done. I know Citadel is pretty much done too, for the most part. I don't know. I actually haven't seen any updates on that. I'm probably going to have to ask, I think, RM Ranger. I'm pretty sure it's RM Ranger. And we'll see what's up. Also, like, I wanted to touch on the first part of the quick look. So weapons damage degrade over distance. So one thing I noticed about this game is that, you know, the gun mechanics are a work in progress. They're definitely a lot better than a couple months ago. Definitely way better than the beginning of early access. And the one thing right now is that the IWC, see where I'm going at, right? The MP5 and the MP5 SD are insane. They shoot like an IW. I do this comparison in my head. I'm like, the MP5 and the MP5 SD are basically the IW of this game. This gun could shoot across the map. If, like, for some reason your FPS is low, it's gonna destroy anybody. And it's basic. It's too fast and it's too strong. You know, I remember subs being fast, but the damage not being too great. I just remember, like, you had to have like a perfect shot for the most part. In this game, like, an SMG doing 20 something %, pretty strong. When like an AR, an assault rifle, does about the same amount of damage up close. So what they got to do is they got to lower the damage. So the weapons damage degrade over distance is a step in the right direction, and I'm kind of happy to see that. And I hope they kind of take away the accuracy on the MP5 over range, but I think that requires a lot of testing. But as long as they get it right, you know, I hope it comes out good. If I could get shot across the map and take like 18% damage, that'd be good enough. That's enough to make me be like, I shouldn't run here, but I shouldn't get shot once and be at 76%. You know what I mean? I think that's a little unfair because you have to push out a little bit. But the pace of the game is great. I like the pace of the game right now. The maps actually kind of fit it. But you know, getting shot once is definitely not cool. I would like to see a sniper, a one-shot sniper, because sniping's pretty hard in this game. You know, characters move a little bit fast, and there's some really skilled snipers here that do their thing. But you know, 2 shots to kill somebody is rough. What I suggest is that on these one-hit sniper rifles, like these bolt actions or whatever, the reload on them should be like really slow, or like reload in between, you know, putting in another piece of ammo. Should be a little bit slower, and the sway should be a little bit faster, or like a little bit more, you know, uncontrolled. And for like the SR and the Dragunov, this should have it so that the sways are pretty controllable, but, you know, give it a little bit. You know, you can't make it a freaking laser and just make it stand still. That's gonna be hard, especially somebody with a really, really good shot. Not fun. But definitely sniping is really cool once you get the hang of it. I'm one of those that can't. Not that I can't, you know. I'm a hard worker, but, you know, I'm so competitive that I do not just want to go negative. So I'm like, there's gonna be days where I'm just gonna snipe and be like, all right. Once I get like -3 deaths, like 3 deaths under kills, I'm going back to my freaking my M4 or my M16 or something. But yeah, to continue on, that's pretty much it for like the patch, and I mean the quick look, excuse me. So the patch should be coming up with that. We'll see what happens, man. You know, I'm gonna update you, obviously, guys. And yeah, there's actually some cool stuff happening in the community. So Jado, I think his name, Jado and Searift have created a 4v4 tournament. Also, I have posted that on Reddit if you guys have not seen it yet. And you could sign up. You know, if you win, you get $80. You know, actually, well, $80 in Steam gifts. So, you know what? I'm just gonna tell you everything right in front of you. So, basically, it's gonna be a best of 11 rounds. Friendly fire off, obviously. No respawn. It's 4-round timers. Just to, you know, it's better suited for 5v5s and stuff. 6-minute rounds. It's kind of hard. And yeah, and 8 players max, no spectators. And it'll be a 10-player server, so that there will be like 2 spots open, so you could team swap, so you can switch teams. Because, you know, if there's 8 people, you can't switch teams for some reason. Continuing on, it's gonna be the best of 3 maps, like during the playoffs or whatever. I mean the bracket, and I think it's single limb. I'm pretty sure it's single limb. And we already have like a bracket up. I think we have like 6-7 teams. So it'll, like for instance, the maps, right? It'll be best of 3 match. So first map would be Factory Sabotage. So the SOF for the higher seed team. Wolf Run Demolition would be the second map. SOF for higher seed team. And Sismus Elimination. I think they should do Extraction for that, to be honest. And SOF for the lower seed. So that's pretty much it for the bracket play. But if you're in grand finals, you put for the finals, the match will be a best of 5. Temple Breach will be the first map. SOF for higher seed team. Factory Sabotage. SOF for lower seed team. 3 Temple Breach, SOF for lower seed. Wolf Run Demolition for the 4th map. SOF for the lower seed. And Sismus Elimination again for the last map. Basically, it'll be Temple Breach, Factory, Temple Breach, Wolf Run Demo, and Sismus Demo. So basically, you get Temple twice because apparently terrorists have an advantage. Okay, whatever. I just won one the other day when we were down 5-1 because we got teamwork up in here. But yeah, so there's you got to be communicating a lot, and there's actually a weapons ban in this, so you can't use SMGs. So we're making this pure skill, baby, because the MP5, again, it's like the iDub. The AK-74U has actually caught my eye recently. It's actually really good because of the fire rate, and the P90 also. So those 3 things are banned. And also you can't use SMGs or else you get DQ'd. So remember that, guys. Remember that. And if a team happens to lose 2-0, feel free to play the extra map for bragging rights. Why not play, right? Play it out. But screw that. You play to win. 2-0, get out the fucking lobby. But yeah, that's pretty much for the tournament. So if you guys are really interested, I'll definitely go for that. So for prizes, I'll show you the prizes right now. We're gonna go to sign up sheet right here. So basically, shout outs to Seariff, Ski Mask, and Suede. Seariff donated $100 in Steam gifts, actually. Ski Mask donated $20. Suede also gave in $20. And the bigger the pot, it's crowdfunded pot for the most part, so whatever. So first place gets $80 worth of Steam gifts and 4 times the H-Hour game codes that include the DLC pack and soundtrack. Second place, $60 in Steam gifts and 4 times game codes for H-Hour. And third place gets $20 in Steam gifts. So not a bad prize. It's just for bragging rights. And we're from the SOCOM community, so we're very prideful. We never really play for the money because there was not really much to play for back in the day, except your own pride and for the respect. And that's something that still carries on with this community. None of these dudes really want to play for money, but why not have an incentive to play and compete? It fuels the hunger, and you never know, man. If H-Hour becomes big, it could turn into an esport. It's a small step in the right direction too. Esports is taking off pretty good right now. $1 million of pots, hundreds of thousands, if anything. Call of Duty's big, obviously, but we don't talk about that here, even though I play it. Okay, so that's pretty much it. But yeah, so guys, if you want your careers ended, shout outs to Jado, sign up. If you want to get embarrassed, we don't have game battles right now, so let's do it, man. Let's get this thing popping. Also, thanks again for watching, guys. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, twitter.com/MrSpab, go ahead and do that. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/spab_rog. I stream H-Hour. I stream this week, so I'm getting back into the streaming thing again. Also, follow SOFstudios.com. You can follow them on Twitter too, SOF Studios, and just come hang out and go on Reddit, ask questions. I'm always there. I check it every day. I check it every 2 hours at most. Unless I'm at work or I'm out or something. Just don't be a stranger, man. Just come around. We welcome everybody. We don't try to push anybody away. We're always trying to teach people about the game. But yeah, guys, if you like the video, go ahead and like the video. Give me a sub, support your boy. I'm almost at 500 subs at the time of this video. So let's get it, guys. I'll see you in a bit. Until next week.